Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. Matching number Chevelle Super Sport convertible. Nice, all right? Comes with photo documentation. Hopefully you've seen the pictures of that on the website. If not, we'll make sure we get those to you. Nice local family. Did some of it. They had a professional do some of the other stuff that they couldn't do, and it came out really, really nice. The Cortez silver paint with black stripes, for me, off the hook, because it definitely accentuates the lines of a Chevelle Super Sport. Now listen, this is important too. You know, as these cars got a little older, you know, they start to sag and things like that. This car here has spent a lot of time making sure that everything lines up really nicely. Look at the fit and gap here. We're talking about a 40-plus-year-old car, and the fit and finish on it is really very, very nice. And when you open the doors, some of the things like when the car's on the lift, you know, some cars that are really old, when they're on the lift, you can't open and close the doors anymore because the cars kind of hang down. But this here just closes so nice. Anyway, come on up, let's check out the Cortez silver paint. Got a little bug right here, sorry. Okay, check this out. So first off, gorgeous black paint. I mean, look how crystal clear that is, right? Okay, and then silver paint, equally clear, all right? But more importantly, it's been cleared over. You can't even feel the stripes in here. And that's one of the nice things about it. You say, well, what's the big deal about that? Well, the big deal about that is over time, as you wash and wax this car, it starts to wear down the stripes and they get the rough looking edges and things like that. And this keeps everything shiny, tight, and looking really, really good. All right. So this is, you know, there's so many correct parts on this car as well. You got the correct Super Sport wheels, BF Goodrich radial TAs, which I love. I just think that's a great tire. You know, you could put belted tires on if you wanted to make this an absolute show car, very correct and what have you. But these drive so much better than the original bias ply tires that it's just really, really nice. Housed inside of there is some of the things we forget to ask you about, because you know this is the stuff that you have on your modern cars. This car has power disc brakes and it has power steering. Okay, those are big features and big deals, especially when you're talking about wanting to cruise a car. You could take this car to the beach. It could be the beach car. I mean, so many nice things to enjoy on this car and make it drivable. Those are a couple of things that that enhance it. All right, so enough of that part there. So let's take a peek under the hood for a minute and see what all the rumble is about. All right, beautifully detailed. Still got the correct exhaust manifolds on it. It's not overly restored. It's restored just enough. Got the cowl induction air cleaner on it. Everything in here kind of nice to be. We talked about the power steering. We talked about the power brakes. The wipers work. It's got dual horns in it. When you say, well, what's the big deal with all that stuff? Well, can I just tell you what? 9 times out of 10 when these cars show up here, that stuff does not work. And so I have to go through, we have to fix all of those items. It's the same thing that's going to happen to you. You're out there shopping for these cars and you say, oh man, I found this car for a whole lot less. Well, you know what? You're probably right, but factor in shipping the car to you, which we include, right? Factor in fixing the horns, the turn signal, the headlights, that we can spend 2 days on just the wiring issues alone. The performance of the car, changing the oil, okay? All those things are included in the price that we give you on the car, which is really nice. It's turnkey. You guys are busy, man. You don't have time to be sanding bodies, rewiring a dash and doing stuff like that. Get yourself something that's ready to go today, where you know what? On a Friday, you come out of work, call whoever it is and say, hey, you know what? I'll be home in an hour, whatever. Shut the cell phone off, man. No text messages, no nothing. Put the top down and roll on down the road, man. This will change your life, guaranteed. Okay, so we're back here now and we're checking out like this part here. Super Sport stripes just look great. I mean, they just say muscle car all over. Bumpers of a Chevelle, awesome. I love the dual taillight treatment, a little bit like a Corvette as well, okay? All right, so in here, we took the mat out so you could see that. These are the pads for the convertible top, okay? And look how beautiful the trunk floor is. Very, very nice in here. Comes with a 5th wheel. It's painted to match the car. You know, this is not what you get with every car. You don't get the decals. You don't get somebody who's painted under here and wet sanded, new weather stripping and what have you. It's just, that's not always the case for every car that you get. And in this case here, all that stuff is really nice because this is really designed to be a turnkey experience. All right, so let's look, if we could for a second, I'd like just to show you the underneath of the car because that's a big deal. There's a lot of time spent in that, and that's what's giving us the ride, the panels lining up and things like that. So come on over here and let's check that out. Okay, here we are underneath this car. Look at this, man. All the pans are new, frame's been painted, the exhaust, detailed engine. I'm talking upside down. I think there's too much blood flowing in my head, but anyway, all that's in there. But it does have a Flowmaster exhaust, and the Flowmaster exhaust sounds really good. Wait till we start it. Okay, so in 72, you could get bench seat or bucket seat, all right? We do this for a lot of people. We convert this here to buckets and a console and remove this shifter. Happy to do that for you. It's actually very easy to do, so we do that all the time for people. It's one of the most things we do. But what I wanted to show you was it's got the Super Sport dash in it, and everything's here, from the factory tachometer to the speedo, got a clock, full gauges. Does have an upgraded sound system, and if you liked it here, we'll keep it here. If you want to, we can also move it to the glove box and hide it for you if you just want to keep the dash like super authentic. But this doesn't really bother a whole lot of people because it sounds really nice. You get to have your iTunes, your iPod, MP3s if that's what you have. What do you got? CD, satellite, like all those good things. Okay, got a power convertible top. It's got the boot that we looked at right there, and it's also got stereo speakers in the back, molded in stereo speakers down here in the kick panels. Chevelle floor mats, kind of done in black. It just really, I mean, the interior is all brand new. Just a lot of money spent on this car. And it's one of those things that, this is the way I like to buy a car, man. I just, you know, listen, I'd love to say I have the time to restore and rewire and sand this bolt and do what have you, but the truth is, like, I got kids and what have you, and like I'd rather hang with them and ride than spend all this time. Maybe one day I'll have the time to do that, but I don't right now. And the reason why I don't have time to do that right now is because I'd much rather be playing with these and listen to this. How you doing? In closing the video up on this, we're talking about a 72 Chevelle Super Sport convertible, matching numbers, gorgeous silver metallic paint, black stripes, and just, I mean, just an awesome driving car. It is so well put together, rattle-free, and sounds spectacular rolling down the road. Anyway, if you can find a way to get this in your life, man, I'm telling you, it's like therapy, and it's cheap compared to therapy. Call us 301-816-1000. We'll put a smile on your face, too.